Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Chris and Cars YouTube video. We took a spontaneous trip to Atlanta, Georgia, and we are at perhaps one of the craziest hypercar dealerships we've ever been to. Welcome to Merit Partners. Folks, behind these doors are some very, very special cars. Immediately upon entry, you are greeted by a Carrera GT, a 918 Spider, one of 4 or 5 997 GT3 RS 4.0s, which they only made 600 of. But my favorite car here, I'm going to take you behind the 918. The best car of the Holy Trinity, in a proper Chris and Car spec, in race mode, the McLaren P1. Every time we see 2 of the Holy Trinity, we never get all 3 in the same room. Never. There's no LaFerrari here, unfortunately. At least we got 2. Moving along here, we have a new Heritage Edition 4GT. But I want to take a moment. Folks, the interior designer of this building needs a Nobel Peace Prize because it's absolutely gorgeous here. It's what the CNC headquarters needs to look like in the future once we become profitable. Moving on. Everything here comes in pairs, folks, and this is not the only new 4GT that we're going to see today, but it is the only street legal one. More on that in a few. This, biggest couch I've ever seen in my entire life. And can you just imagine just popping a squat, relaxing in your living room, boom, Ferrari F40. That's the dream, and the couch is very comfortable. Oh yeah, and if you look off to your left here, you're greeted by yet another Porsche 918 Spider. And that's not even all the 918 Spiders at this dealership. Onward. Exiting the lounge portion into the main garage, you immediately see, I don't even know where to start. If we could maybe just do a general overview here. So on my left side, we have a lot of Porsches. We have 991 3RSs. We have GT4 RSs. We have yet another 4.0, this particular one with 99 miles on it. And right behind it, 2 more non-4.0 997 GT3 RSs. Moving back up here to my right, the Ferrari corner, a couple of heavy hitters, the 599 GTO, right next to it, a gorgeous spec on this F12 TDF, silver, black stripe, red interior, and then 2 almost matching specs on these 458 Spiders. I have to look over my shoulder to see what I'm looking at. Chris and Car spec, Ferrari 430 Scud, F8 Tributo, 360 Challenge Stradale, and the most regular traffic car here is a Ferrari Portofino. While Merit Partners specializes in Porsche and Ferrari, it doesn't mean they don't have other supercars, such as this McLaren 765 LT Spider. Right behind it, a showroom condition, looks brand new, still has the wrapping on the seats and the steering wheel. This SLS AMG, which is a timeless piece. But we're going to bounce back to some Ferraris here. The iconic 458 Speciale. The Coupes are going for like 700. The Apertas are going for over $1 million. What's going on? 993. This is an interesting one. What's the color? It might, at a quick glance, look like GT Silver, but this is Seal Gray, which is a bit deeper and super, super cool. This right here is one of the most interesting 911R specs I've ever seen. It's black with a green stripe, yellow calipers, and houndstooth inserts. I personally wouldn't spec my 911R like that, but to each his own, and I can't afford one anyway, so it doesn't matter. I told you there was going to be a lot of doubles, triples, quadruples, and I'm not disappointing here. We're on our 3rd 918 Spider. This one might look familiar if you watched our Monterey Car Week Starbucks spotting. Finished in gray black with a martini-like livery. It has the acid accents, the calipers, the decal. I mean, gorgeous spec. But the special Porsches are going to continue because right behind here, we have 3 almost identical, under 1,000 mile 997 GT3 RS 4.0s. Like I said earlier, they only made 600 of them for the entire universe. The entire universe. I don't know if other galaxies have 4.0s, but as far as we know, there's only 600. We've seen 5 of them here, and 4 of them are in black. How do you even source these? Speaking of difficult cars to source, right here, the love child of Mercedes-Benz and McLaren, the SLR McLaren. But this particular one has MSO wheels, a full custom MSO blue interior with kind of like a houndstooth finish on the seat inserts. I've never seen a spec like this on an SLR, and I'm in love. Before we go into that room and show you what is perhaps the coolest car at this entire dealership, I would like to pay respect to every car being covered in the exact same car cover. It looks absolutely unreal, and the attention to detail is just crazy. I will give $10 million to everybody, you can't work at Merit Partners, but to anybody who can name every single car under this car cover. I can't name every single car under this car cover, so I'm not going to be able to fact check. Therefore, I'm probably not going to be able to issue payment. Please, this is not a contractual agreement. Anyway, this right here, folks, I don't know much about it, but it's really special, and you can't drive it on the street. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, this room is sick. Second of all, this bad boy right here is the Ford GT Mark II race car. The finish on this paint, the gargantuan nature of the spoiler and all the aerodynamics. I mean, the regular street legal Ford GT is crazy. This takes it to a whole nother level. It's absurd. We're gonna do a whole short form video on it, so stay tuned for that. At some point, the Chris and Cars team, which is comprised of myself and Jack, are gonna get a headquarters, and this is definitely gonna be the inspiration for it. I mean, just look at the glass windows from your conference room. You have a little lounge up there, gorgeous chandelier, and obviously, hundreds of supercars and hypercars. This is the inspiration. We will look back on this video in years to come when we have our own headquarters, and my inspirational rant is over. Anyway, back to the cars. This is the first OG Heritage Edition Ford GT of the day. But again, pairs, folks, pairs. We're talking twins, we're talking triplets, sometimes we're talking quadruplets, quintuplets. There's quintuplet 4.0s. This is absurd. But we're gonna squeeze through a couple of Ferraris here, and a couple of steps away, we're gonna find our next OG 4 GT Heritage Edition. I would also like to make note that there are a few Porsche GT4 RSs here, and every one is in its own individual amazing spec, such as this pastel orange to start. Oh, it has blue seat inserts, which actually complements well with the orange paint. Gold wheels, yellow calipers. The whole thing actually works. It's a bit bold. Like I would personally do black on black, but moving onward. Before we get to the next GT4, we have a 992 GT3 Touring, a GT2 RS. All of the GT2 RSs are in silver for some reason. The 911 ST right here. But here's our second fantastic GT4 RS spec. It looks like it might be Mize in blue, thank you, Jack. Interior has yellow deviated stitching, yellow seat belts, black wheels, yellow calipers. Another awesome spec. But there's two more, folks. There's like 1.5 more, I lied. There's not 4, there's 3.5. In passing, to get to the next one, we have a 992 GT3 RS, a 991 GT3 Touring, 512 TR, and right here, what I think is perhaps the coolest of the 4RS specs, this gray-black carbon fiber hood, red wheels, red mirror caps. This one right here most certainly took inspiration from the 997 GT3 RS. We said half because this isn't a GT4 RS, but it's kind of the same thing, more or less, just with a convertible. Arctic gray paint, gold wheels, red calipers. The windows are like 5% tinted, so I can't really see inside, but it looks like it's red and black. In summary, there were 2 Carrera GTs, 3 918 Spiders, 5 997 and 4.0s, 2 old Ford GTs, 2 new Ford GTs, and pretty much every Porsche you could imagine. Merit Partners might be the craziest car dealership we've ever been to on the channel, and if you think your dealership can top it, let us know in the comments below, and maybe we'll come by. Before we go, folks, exclusive access inside of the Ford GT Mark II, and we're gonna give you guys a little startup. Oh my God, look how low I am. I was like, oh my God. I would feel confident in this car to do just about anything. Let's throw on the harness, little 3-point action. I'm not driving it. I don't know why I'm putting the harness on. I will be pressing this gold engine start button, but first, Jack's gonna go back with the microphone so you can have a listen.